Hello everybody, my name is James, hope you're doing well and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about new comments from Adrian Newey on Aston Martin's preparations for 2026, as well as new comments on Ferrari. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Formula 1 content. Also make sure to follow me on X at James's Pit Lane, I'll leave a link in the description, but let's jump straight into the video. So let's start with Newey, and as we know, he joined Aston Martin in March as a managing technical partner, and he's currently leading the team's development for 2026, which is when new regulations come into play around the power unit and the chassis. Now, as Aston Martin prepares for 2026, it has invested heavily in a brand new factory, and that includes an all-new driver-in-the-loop simulator, and Newey has explained how the tool is vital to ensuring trackside operations and performance run as smoothly as possible. And on top of that, Newey also noted the importance of the drivers. Speaking about the drivers, Newey said in a video for Aston Martin, as quoted by Racing News 365, they will adapt their driving to suit the strengths and weaknesses of the car. If you want to try to find out what those weaknesses are, then you have to interrogate the driver and force him to think about it and force him to say, what are those weaknesses? And speaking about the simulator, Newey went on to say, why do we need the driver in the loop rather than just doing it as a pure offline simulation? The reason is that none of us have managed to create a good enough driver model that can effectively articulate what that synthetic model is feeling. So we need the human feel it and then tell us what he feels. The driver role is as important as it's ever been. You could argue in some ways it's even more important because now we have the ability to combine that directly with the data to understand exactly what the car is doing and what we need to do to make it faster. Now, I just want to go back to the Brazilian Grand Prix weekend. That Grand Prix weekend was a disaster for Ferrari. The team lacked pace, and neither Lewis Hamilton or Charles Leclerc were able to finish the Grand Prix. And following that Grand Prix, Ferrari chairman John Elkann told his drivers to focus on driving and talk less, and that was among other direct and indirect team criticisms. And if you want to find out more, I'll leave a link to a video I've done in the description. But Newey, who I think is one of the best F1 designers of all time, is noting how important the driver role is, how important it is that the driver is communicating. And just to clarify, Newey's comments have got nothing to do with what Elkann said. Newey is speaking in context of Aston Martin's preparations for 2026. But I think the comments Newey has made are particularly key given what Elkann has said. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. But when you look at Ferrari's season, it's not been a good year for them. Neither Hamilton or Leclerc have won a Grand Prix, and the team currently sit fourth in the constructors' standings. And following Elkann's comments, F1 champion Damon Hill believes the team's issues go beyond the drivers, with him telling Mirror Sport, I saw the interview. I was a bit surprised at what I heard, and I think a lot of people were. I didn't notice the drivers saying anything outrageous. Maybe I missed a few quotes somewhere. I don't know what's happened. They're going to be critical. They're part of the team. But drivers are sort of the end user of the product. They're not likely to say that everything's wonderful when it clearly isn't. It's a Formula 1 organisation, and so there are a lot of moving parts in there. Ferrari have not really covered themselves in glory. They've had too many ups and downs this year. Now, Hill also pointed out that Elkann is well within his rights to give any opinion he wants, considering he's in charge of the company. But Hill believes the public nature of the comments can do damage, with Hill going on to say, it can be quite, I don't know what the right word for it is. It's not humiliating, but it can be demoralising a little bit. I'm sure he must have said to them in private, but when you say something in public, then it can be undermining. But ultimately, the Ferrari boss pays them and they're there to do a job. So that is always the relationship. You're supposed to be working for the team. If they've been saying the wrong things, you're going to get some kickback every now and then. But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care. Bye.